Hello everyone, thank you very much for inviting me into your now moment. Very grateful to be here with you today. So lately on the channel there have been a lot of people funneling their way in from other places, and that is because the increase in engagement has allowed YouTube to place my videos in the suggested videos on other people's content. So a lot of people are making their way to me, and when people say to me in the comment section that they stumbled on my channel or they weren't looking for me but they're glad they found me, that means a lot to me, and that's something that I take very seriously. And I just want to thank you, all of you guys who played a role in making that happen. It's really cool and it's really fun to be a part of and to create in that way. So, getting into the message, going into the Akashic records on a deeper level has been interesting, and I feel like since Christmas really I made the decision then to kick it up a notch as far as investing in myself and investing in that energy work at a deeper level, and I decided to stick with it and increasingly challenge myself and dig deeper, and I'm really getting the rewards from that coming forward. So many of us have been asked at the beginning of the year to increase our workload, and we are in a lot of cases picking up the slack from some of our old soul family members that have fallen off a little bit. And why did we come here? We came here to study the universe from a place of love and non-judgment, from a higher perspective. We came here to awaken to the God inside and create from a place of empowerment at that level. And we also came here to watch the Creator tell its story and to sit back and appreciate how the story unfolds. So lately you've seen the old energy attempt to rewrite the narrative and control the story. And they do this by tricking the population into continually diving back down into the lower chakras. And at this time, a lot of light workers and old souls have taken that bait and retreated back down into the lower chakras themselves. And they did this because they became attached to certain outcomes that were provided by the old energy that is trying to continue to create this story for humanity from a place of lack and judgment, separation, division, fear, all of these things that we know are making their way out. They're being put front and center so that the narrative is that things are getting worse, when the truth is that things are getting stirred up and becoming clear, and truth and the light is prevailing in a way that will not be seen on the TV. So there's a lot of old souls who got invested in these old systems and these old ways, who are now looking at things unfolding, and maybe those things that are unfolding are not happening exactly the way that they had anticipated, or that outcome that they have attached to is not presenting itself in the way that they expected, so they got burned a little bit. But this is by design. This is for their own personal evolution, and they are now going to be helping to process that fear and frustration that's going on collectively from the bottom back up. Now, they do have the choice to snap out of it and get back up to a place of non-judgment. They have a chance to flip their perspective and come back to an objective standpoint that simply observes from a place of empowerment and sends out the ingredients, the higher vibrational, multidimensional love ingredients that the universe is asking us to share and radiate this planet with, so that it can rise up collectively. So if you feel yourself getting caught up in things, know that that's fine, but you do have the choice to snap out of it. You do have the choice to detach yourself from the old energy narrative that is increasing itself in intensity, attempting to impose its will on a planet that is ascending. Because the truth is, the darkness is its own enemy, and what it sees as regaining or maintaining their control is actually pushing that control further away from them. So in these times, stay focused, keep preparing yourself, push yourself further, and understand that that old energy is going to be clawing for your attention. And this comes in the form of the fourth dimensional aspect of yourself, which is constantly trying to grab you and pull you back down. So you're on the ascension journey, you're rising up, rising up, rising up, and then this fourth dimensional aspect, hey, what about shame and guilt? What about that thing that happened when you were a teenager? What about your parents that were strict and mean to you? And then you're okay, well, you shake it off, you try to rise back up, and then, what about shame and guilt and fear and all this stuff that's going on? What about censorship and everything else? I just want to let you know that you do have the option to silence that part of you, and that comes when you're able to identify it, to recognize when that aspect of you chimes in and starts chirping in you that things aren't as good as you think they are, or you aren't on a path of light, you're just fooling yourself, and you don't actually deserve all these things. And limitation and separation is the lane that you should stay in. So I challenge you, next time you feel that energy creeping up on you, whispering in your ear that things are not what you think they are, and the real you is the one that's afraid, the real you is the one that deserves to suffer, the real you is the one that should have shame and guilt and all these lower dimensional things. You have a choice to stand in a place of neutrality and observe that aspect, send it love, don't accept the narrative that is trying to feed you, and simply rise above it. Don't let it attach to you. Let yourself exist in a place where you can shed that baggage. Create a lane for yourself, stay in there, rise above and see this place from an outside looking in view. How do the Pleiadians view what's happening on this planet? How do the Galactic Federation view what's happening on this planet? Are they invested in old energy constructs and narratives? Are they looking on in fear and dismay at what's going on in the world and what we've become? Or are they in a place of celebration, but because we've passed the marker and we're not going backwards, and the shift is here, and the family and the ground team is here doing the work, and we've already reached that critical mass where things aren't going to return to the way they were? Because all of them have seen this before. All of them can read the field and see the potentials and know what to expect. There are no surprises. So let the cosmos be our eyes. Let the Creator fill our heart with love so that we can share that love with all those who are in that place of fear and frustration, who deserve to be out of it. Because honestly, these people here and yourself deserve the best. They deserve the highest outcome. They deserve peace and prosperity. They deserve to know that their families are safe. They deserve to know that they have the freedom to choose and learn and express themselves in whatever way they see fit. So when all else fails, retreat to the heart space. Stay there. Love yourself. See that love in others. Know that they are an aspect of you. Have love for those aspects of yourself that are having experiences that may seem unfavorable. And let us overload these grid systems with the highest vibratory energy that we can manifest. Thank you very much. Goodbye.